Hi, parents. Welcome to our back to school virtual presentation. So we're going to go through our slides and kind of spell out what sixth grade is going to look like. And then tomorrow, if you join us at 6:30, we'll be here to kind of answer any questions that this slideshow does not answer for you. Here we go.
Okay, so math, students are moving away from the Engage curriculum this year, and they're going to be working from the Carnegie curriculum book. Every day they'll go through examples in class, so they will have those to use them to help them solve problems for their homework. They're going to be also working with iReady and IXL while in the classroom. They can also work on these at home. They know their logins, so they continue working on skills that we're building in class. For homework, they're generally going to have homework every night. Some nights they might not, because it might be a lesson that spans over 2 days, so we need to continue practicing in class, but you should be expecting nightly homework in math. For science, students are going to be working from the Pearson curriculum again, which they're very familiar with. They worked with the same thing last year. They're going to complete many labs and projects throughout the year, and for science, homework will not be nightly. It'll be more on an occasional basis.
Their ELA curriculum, this is a lot. I'm just going to kind of highlight some things. We're going to use the collections curriculum, which is what the state uses. Each collection will last about a month, and the themes will be different. The theme for the first quarter is facing fear. So all of our informational texts and stories deal with fear, and then how characters deal with that in stories. Online platforms will have Newsella, which we'll use for both ELA and social studies. It's a great collection of both informational articles and fiction stories. We will also use IXL for practice with skills and vocabulary.com for vocab words. Speaking of vocabulary, this will be regular, but depending on the words and both the challenge and the number of words, their quizzes will be either once a week or every other week. So they'll know that, and I'll let them know their quiz on vocabulary.com. Their vocabulary words will always be the range of the dates. So if it's from September 21st to September 25th, that last day is the day that their quiz will be on, and quizzes will always be on a Friday. Homework will be regular. It might not be nightly, but it will be definitely multiple times a week. Very rarely will I give an assignment that is due the next day, unless it's something that we started in class and they just have to finish it. So please help your child use their time wisely, especially if they have nightly math homework and ELA homework. We know that they have activities outside of school, but please help them plan when they're going to do their studying and assignments. Social studies is world civilizations. So we have 5 different units. We start with ancient civilizations, and then we go all the way through to the 20th century, 21st century with global interdependence. We'll be using our social studies textbook. We'll be using Newsella, some videos, and kind of a collection of different things to help us really understand history and our world. Sure. So grading weights, these are kind of the different categories that all of their assignments and grades will go into. So for ELA and social studies, they'll get a participation grade. This will be any group work that we do, both small and whole group together. This will be homework, how homework is counted as well. That's 20%. 40% of their work will be their independent work. So after we do that participation in that practice, what can you show me of your skills independently? 30% will be tests and projects, and then 10% will be vocabulary and quizzes. So it'll be a mix of vocabulary quizzes and then smaller content quizzes as the units go on.
So for math and science, there's a similar breakdown. 40% will go to classwork as well. This means the work that I assign them in class, their independent work, as well as participating in both math and science. 30% is going to go to test projects and labs. So that's another big chunk of their grade. 20% is quizzes, and then 10% is homework. While homework is low, I think it's important because it reinforces the skill they've learned in class that day, and it gives them a little extra practice. If they're struggling when they are at home, they can come in and ask questions on it the next day. So it is important that they are getting their homework done as well.
All right, Canvas. Canvas is our new kind of platform for online. So it's very similar to Google Classroom. It's what students will use where they will find assignments and where it'll be submitted. Knock on wood, but if we ever have to go virtual again, this is kind of will be our platform that students will use. The thing that I really like about Canvas as well is there is both a student app and a parent app. So I strongly suggest that you put the apps on any home devices, whether it's the kids' personal cell phones or a iPad at home. And that way, if their Chromebook is dead or they forgot it or what have you, they're still able to access that information on Canvas. At this time, Miss Kane is not using Canvas. Her work is just kind of in the books and things. I have a little bit on Canvas and but it's the beginning of the year, so we're kind of getting into it. But as the year goes on, we'll continue to use it. Okay, so not to kind of keep going over homework, but it is a big thing in middle school. It's how like Miss Kane said, they're going to reinforce skills that they've practiced in class. And so it is not optional in middle school. We've given every student a golden folder, and this is their homework folder. In the middle of it, they have a page that's an agenda where they're writing down assignments. It should go home and come back to school every day. Any math, pretty much all homework from all 4 classes should go in this. So all they need to bring home is this golden folder. Again, we understand that life outside of school is busy, but please help your child start to get organized. Talk to them about pockets of their day or their night where they can do homework, on car rides to and from practice. Last 10 minutes before bed, you could read or do whatnot, or the breakfast table. So please kind of help them do that at home. We're helping to kind of keep them organized here at school. Take this one.
Okay. So at the beginning of the year, you should have been sent home a student handbook with a page at the end that you and your student both sign. So if you have not received one of these handbooks, please reach out to one of us. But it goes through all the school policies. So students are expected to follow all the school rules as are stated in the handbook. We have a 0 tolerance policy for bullying, fighting, and disrespect towards teachers and peers. If these occur, they'll result in a referral. If the behaviors are repeated, it can lead to an in or out of school suspension. But please just review the school handbook for any policies regarding behavior.
All right, uniforms. Students are expected to come in uniform every day. This is red, white, or navy shirts, and then khaki or navy bottoms. The khaki is new for the middle schoolers. It is getting colder. It's going to probably kind of come and go as it usually does in Charleston. So sweaters are encouraged to bring to school. They could leave one in their locker, so they have an emergency one. I've got like 4 here that I just keep. Sweaters must be in school colors, especially as it starts to get colder. They can wear outdoor jackets to school, like if it's cold for outside and recess. Those cannot be worn in class if they're cold. So if it is very chilly in our classrooms, they need to have a school colored sweater or sweatshirt. Hoods are not permitted. So again, there was some confusion about, outdoor jackets and can we wear those? Yes, for out at recess, no for in the classroom. If there are any questions on that, please just let us know, or, the kids can bring something in and say, is this? And we'll give them a yes or no answer. Yeah. All right, that is the end of our slideshow. So this kind of covers a broad range of what 6th grade is going to look like this year. Again, if you tune in tomorrow, I'll send a Zoom link out at 6:30. Well, I'll send it out before, but it's at 6:30. And if you have any questions, if there's something we didn't cover, please come and we will address them then. Have a great rest of your day.
Thank you.
All right, and let's end.